Good morning, guys. So we're back on the second day dito sa Sovereign Hills kasi hindi namin napuntahan yung iba. So ngayon nagmamadali kami kasi meron ditong amazing attraction na talagang ano siya, kahapon fully booked siya. So ngayon try namin yung gold mine tour. So merong old na minahan sa baba, which is yun yung pupuntahan namin today. Medyo inihingal ako kasi grabe, naabilisan namin yung lakad. So yan, try namin tour na to.
Just the two of you? No, two adults, three children. Okay, how old are the children? Okay, if you just like to stop there, please. Are you three together?
Yes.
Yeah, we're all together. Oh, you're all with it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we've got 4 and 30. Yes, sir. Do you want your receipt? No, that's okay. No worries, thank you. All right. Outside there by that big tower there, there's a sign that says mine tourist code here.
No worries.
About 5 minutes. Come on through, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're getting to the mine tour.
We've got an hour, so
So we'll just go around and do our own thing again. Yeah, a bit crowd, one, two.
it's a much nicer day today.
Yes. The weather is way better now compared yesterday. So yes, and we're so excited. So our time is around 11. That's our session for the gold mine tour. And it takes like 40 to 45 minutes. Something like that. This is the Victoria Hotel. Wow. We are Victoria Theatre. Do you think they host some programs here?
Yeah, they do, like on special events.
Ah, looks so grand.
Picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a picture of the ceiling.
Ooh, look at these. Like a little bar. Bar of the hotel. Oh. Farmer hotel.
See, they normally serve stuff here. It's a real bar.
Mm. So this is the gentleman's room. So back in the days, this is like for the men's only, where they gossip about their wives and their concubines, I think. This is the ladies. It's comfortable, I think. Normally this is available, but since it's COVID, they have to close this area to the mosquito. This is the gentleman's comfort room. And here, what is this place?
Whatever that.
What is Bagatelle room?
No idea. coffee. Do you want a coffee?
Yes, please. Hi guys, good morning and welcome to Sovereign Hill.
I'm buying new ones, but I've got these emails.
You got some? Okay.
Restaurant thing.
This is the old library. Is that Queen Victoria?
No idea, probably.
Yes, it is. How come you're part English and you don't know your history? Rock collections. Whoa.
Nice outskirt.
Yeah.
Brazil.
Yeah. Is it during their travels? Amazing. So yan, naantay namin yung aming session which is 11:10 dito sa Gold Mine Tour, one of the best attraction dito sa Sovereign Hill. So ayan, so maraming tao nakapita doon sa harap, so mabuti na yung inagahan namin kasi grabe, sobrang haba pila. At saka since limited yung guest everyday kasi to observe the health safety due to COVID-19. Ayan. So kids are there, just waiting. Ito yung lumang tower.
So we're going to take our vehicle to get underground. And where we're standing right now, you can see it this way, this is what the surface of a company mine would have looked like. Lots of infrastructure, lots of workers working in a company mine. There would be people on the surface operating the steam operations department. There'd be people underground doing the hard digging for rock. And what are they looking for? Gold. What do they have to look for first in this company mine? This is called a quartz mine. And if you look at your feet, there is plenty of bits of quartz. The white hard rock that you'll see everywhere here. And inside that white hard rock is our gold, if we're lucky. But is it worth it? Is all of this worth it? Well, I'll let you make that decision. Yes, you say? Well, I'll let you make that decision as we go along in the tour, folks. Folks, I do need to check your tickets. I know you've all been given a ticket and on the back of it, it tells you exactly how many people you've got. That helps me. As we go into the vehicle, I will ask that you sanitise your hands and that you only sit in the marked seats. That will mean that you may need to split up your group because we can only have 3 people or 4 if you squish in a seat at a time. All right, folks, any questions along the way, do ask me. My name, as I said, is Miss Brown. We'll head off right now, folks. So 11:10, labyrinth of gold through this. Folks, I need to look at those tickets as you come past. You'll see a sanitised station it spits it out really quickly, so just be ready for that. And then you'll notice that the seats have white tape above the ones that we allow you to sit in, and that's simply because we sanitise them after people have sat in them, so we need to know which seats are being used. So in your group is the 5, not a problem. Come in, you'll see the station just here. Make sure you sit in those marked seats. And you've got a ticket there? Can I see it? No need to rush, folks. There's only
this.
Sorry, sir. Sir, you can't sit in that seat. It's not marked. This one here that's marked. Yeah, thank you. Space out. Just here, sir. Sir.
Going down. Oh, we're going down.
We're going down the mine.
Going down the mountain.
So, folks, a couple of things about our vehicle things that you can remember. Please stay seated the whole time, all right? Not a roller coaster. It's not going to do any loops or anything like that. It's really just to get us underground. But you need to be prepared because it is going to be dark. I'm talking so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face, so just get ready for that. I ask that once this tram starts moving, no lights, no cameras, no phones, no torches. We want it to be dark. We want your eyes to adjust. We want you to feel what it's like to be going into a mine and being a miner, so you can decide if all this hard work is worth it for you. All right, we'll get underway. I'll be driving right at the back. We'll move down and the lights will come up and we'll be able to get off. All right, 3, 4, 5.
We're going down. I'm scared. Look at that. Ooh. Let's go. Cass, is it worth it? Yeah.
We're just going to go down some stairs here. Mind your step as you go down. Use the handrails if you do need, and then we'll be heading back up.
I'm going there. It's cold. Wow, at least there's signal here. Wow.
There is a battery house up on the surface if you're interested in going and having a look. Basically, it's a series of hammers that crush the quartz up to a powder.
Right now.
We're starting to get out of that group. Make sure you space out from the other groups. And a group of 5, you just bunch up together. Get the group of 4 over this side for me. So folks, where we are right now is 20 metres underground. That's how far we've come down into this mine, and we're in the Normanby North mine, which was operating from 1902 to 1910. This mine goes further 300 metres down, give or take, all right? The way that the mine has got underground, you can see it right behind me here. Can you see these, what we would call mine shafts, yeah? Yeah. So the miners would come down these shafts. Now, this mine had steam operation, steam power, so it meant that it had a machine that was able to winch them down underground. And you can't see it, but I'll bring it down for you. You will notice there's signals here to tell us what, talk to the person up on the surface so we can tell them what we want it to do. So if we want it to lower, what number have we got?
2.
And that means we're going to ring 2 bells. 1, 2. They ring 2 bells to say we're saying the same thing, and they would send down this lift. Looks a bit different than the ones you might see in modern day. It's what's called a cage in a mine. Going down in the cage. This is how you get in and out of your mine. Have a look at it. It would be going a little bit quicker than this, and there is no such thing as physical distancing in this contraption. You'd have about 4 or 5 people in there at a time. Wow. So this group of 5, you would be expected to be in this area. How do you feel about that? Get to know each other pretty well, wouldn't you? And you wouldn't be family or friends, you would be workers right next to each other. You'd be going down. Now, if you go all the way down the bottom of this mine, it takes about 3 minutes in complete darkness. So 3 times as long as what you were in that tram coming down. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Oh, you still say yes. Now, the miners working in this type of mine, a company quartz mine, are getting paid very well. They're getting paid about double the average wage of the time. So it's good money. Why do you think they're paying you so well?
Because gold worth much.
Gold's worth a lot of money, correct?
It's very hard.
It's probably hard. That's correct, definitely right. But
And hard to make.
hard to do all the work.
Do the tunnels.
It's very difficult, very hard work. I'm going to show you a bit more about that at our next stop. We talked about gold. Gold's very exciting. Guess what? That is going to be our next stop. So come this way. You're welcome to take a photograph here if you'd like, folks. But how about I explain it? So, what we will do is this is actually a 2-person job. And it's not just about chipping away at the rock. So you can do that with a pickaxe or something, yeah? This is about moving as much rock as we possibly can with as least amount of effort as possible. So we would have one person with this sledgehammer, swinging it in the dark onto this pin. The end of this pin, it's about the size of a 50-cent coin. All right? You would have another very lucky person standing right here or sitting right here holding onto that pin. Every time the person with the sledgehammer hits the end of that pin, the person holding onto the pin would be praying, I think, for one, and also be turning it a quarter of a turn. So every time they hit the pin, you turn it a quarter of a turn. Hit it. What is that doing?
It's like a drill.
It's like a drill, isn't it? It's drilling into that rock, slowly but surely. And you would drill several holes into this. What is the point of the holes? What's that special stuff you were excited about before, boy?
Dynamite.
Oh, here we go. Dynamite, black powder, depending on what year it is, would depend on what you would use. What could be some problems with this way of doing things, you reckon?
If you use the dynamite, you could.
Before the dynamite. What about someone from another group? What's the problem? Anyone want to stand here while I swing this sledgehammer at them?
No.
No. Could be dangerous, couldn't it? I could swing and easily miss and hit the person.
In the face.
Well, yes, that's not too carried away, but yes, in the face. Breaking their hand would be bad enough because they couldn't work. Do you think we have what we do today, like workers' compensation, sick leave? No, not really. There was some level of that, but it didn't start kicking into a little bit later. So it's dangerous work. We're also then using black powder or dynamite, which is also dangerous by itself.
But it could break down the ceiling.
Well, it could bring down the ceiling, you're right. That's why they used a certain pattern to make sure it kind of imploded rather than exploded. That took plenty of times to do that. It wasn't the first thing that they did. It took a few trial and error. Is it worth it?
Probably.
Probably. We've changed from a definite yes to more of a probably from these two up the front. And everybody else is being a lot quieter, so I'm not sure if anybody thinks it's worth it. Now, I think you've already answered this question, but how are we moving? All this rock now tumbles down. We need to use some shovels to get it out. What are we going to put it into?
A bucket, maybe?
I'm going to show you what we're going to put it
Yeah,
into. When it's full is half a tonne. You need to push those along the rail, and you would be expected to do that as a full shift, pushing those all day, every day, 6 days a week. They give that job to the youngest miners, the most inexperienced. They're 14, 15, 16, depending on the year. The legislation changed at the time. So it's the youngest, most inexperienced miners because it's not difficult work in the sense you don't need any special skills. You just need to be able to do it, basically. And I would say if you can handle
worth it. It's so much fun.
Let's go and get your horsey shoes.
Make way for the horses! Make way for the horses! Yeah, stand on the road, you're going to get run over, you know that.